Hi, and welcome back, beautiful mama. Today's topic, I just love it. So, if you've been thinking that play is just for kids, think again, because science shows actually that this is our mom's secret to calm, patience, and actually real connection to ourselves and to our kids. So today I'll show you how 5 simple playful practices can transform your energy, your mood, and even your family rhythm. Hi, I'm Kathleen, and I support high achieving moms who are tired of yelling, buried in their schedule, and having too many shoulds on their plate to feel more calm, grounded, and just a bit more clarity, even on the hard days. So, I used to think play is for them. I might even join because that's what a mom is supposed to do. But how was I wrong? And it nearly burned me out because here's what changed everything. When play becomes just something you need to do and it's another shit, it doesn't serve anyone. Your kids feel it when you play with them with that attitude, and it burns you out because you have another shit on the table. But if we turn it all around and actually see what play really is, then it kind of becomes your magical bullet. So today we cover 2 big ideas. Why play isn't just for children and why it's essential for us mothers too. And of course, I'm going to give you 5 specific tips how you can integrate more play into your family day. Because let's be real, life is busy and now we should add more play to it. Now, we're going to do this slightly different today. But let's talk why it's actually so important to play. Play actually regulates our nervous system. It reduces stress and actually tiredness and fatigue. So positive psychology has researched and found that even 15 to 20 minutes of playful activity, which means you actually need to really play and be present, not feeling like I did sometimes, like I should be playing. It actively releases dopamine and oxytocin, our happiness hormone, and it's lowering cortisol and stress. I mean, seriously, if you are a tired, overwhelmed mom, isn't there something better than having more oxytocin and dopamine in our blood? Well, I love the idea, and play makes it all possible. And it's fun, right? Like, if you find your thing, play is fun. Further, play strengthens, of course, the parent and child bond. Research shows that attachment increases and the bonding with your child the more you play together. Good time shared, and not only good time, both of you releasing oxytocin, some dopamine into your blood, so you're both happier, and this is beautiful for both of you and the whole family. And of course, play sparks creativity and curiosity in both adults and kids. So adults who actually play, they report higher creativity. They show up much better problem-solving skills or finding solutions. They're showing more patience and improved mood regulations. And I mean, as mom, let's be serious. We constantly need to troubleshoot and find more solutions. And how cool is it to just feel a bit more patience with our kids? And play does get us there. Isn't that amazing? So if you have a big thing in your head and you're like trying to figure out the best solution how to deal with it, just sit down and play alone or with your kids. And I always say, like, we're having kids. Why not just use them as an excuse to do what is most fun and just play? Really, seriously. And here I actually want to share one small story. I was talking with a friend just recently and we were talking about Winnie the Pooh. And I was saying to my friend, like, isn't the ending of Winnie the Pooh one of the saddest endings? Because the book ends somehow that Christopher Robin is going to Winnie the Pooh and says, I'm so sorry, I can't play with you that much anymore because I have to go to school. And I was saying that I think it's such a sad sentence. And my friend said, yes, even when she was a child, she remembered when she was reading this or being read to, that it made her sad. And now we can maybe not do much about school, except of course if you're homeschooling, but we can invite the play in. And maybe it's particular when we go to work and our kids go to school, to really create a space at home, when they are at home, to still have that play. And now let's talk actually how to bring playful times into our real life, because we already have so little time. What can we do? A side hack or a bonus. Let's start with a bonus or side hack or side tip. Whenever we're outside on a playground, my kids love to use the swing. And we're kind of fighting around it. I'm making sure I get my turn on the swing too. And I don't care how any other parents around me looks at me while I am on the swing pretending flying to the moon. So I'm inviting you to this bonus tip. Try it out. Go and swing. It's beautiful. And like I said, it's so good for our health. But here are the tips that can be really easily integrated. First up, board games or card games. I'm honest on this one. I'm not a big board game person. I'm not a huge fan of board games. And even though my kids love playing Monopoly, I'm always like, oh my gosh, that's a never-ending game. But when we play, it's actually really fun. And often I feel a bit resistance, but kind of when I get over myself and say yes, because it is possible to say yes, and I say more no out of comfort or laziness, like, oh my gosh, I'm tired, I don't want this anymore. But if I say yes, I normally end up having a good time. And if Monopoly or a board game is too much of a stretch for you, we love Uno. As simple as that. And the cool thing with Uno is it doesn't last long. So in the evening, one round of Uno, it's less than 5 minutes. That's what I claim, except you have a messy game and you end up playing for 10 minutes. But normally it's less than 5 minutes, can be quite fast. Everyone can play. Even like if you have a child that is 2 or 3 years age, okay, maybe not 2, but with 3 years age, you can start helping them. They can play Uno. So Uno is a beautiful, quick, easy, fun game for all ages. And it's a wonderful way to just start integrating that. Like maybe plan it one evening a week or something. Number 2, it's literally going outdoors and playing chase. I'm running out of breath before my kids, unfortunately, so that's something to work on. But playing chase, playing a round of basketball if you have that opportunity, or kind of a simple game of tag or jumping on the trampoline, whatever you can do outdoors. Maybe take your hula hoop and start swinging your hips if you like that. I think last year we started a challenge where we for months went out to do rope jumping, 5 minutes. And we saw who could jump the most often over the rope. Very, very fun game. So just going outside, you have movement often involved, or you play boccia. That's not so much movement, but it's fun. And even small kids can actually easily join into a game of boccia. But you're outside, you're getting fresh air, you're getting daylight, and you're playing with your kids, perfect for bonding and sparking creativity and releasing tension and getting a bit more of these oxytocins in your blood. Number 3 is literally Lego and building projects, small and big. Everyone is having fun. You're having small kids, maybe start with Lego Duplo. I have Lego Duplo here right now. Something built, I think it was, I don't know which one of my kids built this. For me personally, Lego is a bit hard to get into, kind of the space. You know, my husband loves it. So there's a little bit for everyone, but actually it is fun once you're getting into it. My kids are building right now a big Lego city. Yes, it means a bit of mess here and there, but it is just fun. And I think Lego in itself really sparks creativity when you go off your sets and you just start building with the bricks you have in front of you. So it really, really sparks creativity and it can be so much fun. Another big one is role play. Why not let the whole family become superheroes or pretend to be an animal or explorers and really play out these roles. It's really actually fun. So I don't know how often I use the word fun in this video, but we're talking about play, right? It can be very tricky, I find, as adults to get into the game. Like sometimes we're like, this feels uncomfortable, but it's actually beautiful because you can put so much into it. And as I also always say sometimes, like when I want to play, I also tell my kids what I want to play, and my kids have to follow me. So not always just like ask your kids what to play. No, you taking charge and saying, today I want this role play, and you give them a scenario of whatever you want. Maybe go on a walk outside and say, let's play the adventurers who go into the jungle. I remember a long, long time ago, I was an au pair actually. So I was 18, I was au pair. And there was a walk along a river, and there were huge stones. And I remember we were pretending to be in a jungle, and the stones, they became turtles or they became tigers, and we had to chase them or we had to hide from them. Or it was so much fun. And yes, it was easier to play when I was 18 and au pair than it is now. But yeah, that's the invitation our kids give to us. So let's just take on that challenge. So we're having right now as one using board games or card games. Like a round of Uno is very quickly done. You can do it even in bed at night. 2 is going outdoor and choose whatever outdoor game that you enjoy most. 3 is building Lego, fantastic at all ages. 4 is role play, and 5th is kind of some of my favorite, if I'm needing to be honest. It's kitchen creativity. So I enjoy cooking, so this might not be everyone's thing. And I like bringing my kids into the kitchen. We're cooking a lot together, even though it ends up always with a mess. But here my game would be actually literally to invite you, take your kids into the kitchen, roll out a pizza dough, have lots of different topics lying around, and see who makes the most creative pizza. And you can do this either two ways. You can focus on the taste. Everyone can make a little pizza with whatever they want to put on, and we taste and make a little, competition and really bring the play into the kitchen. Or secondly, is who can make the weirdest, face or picture drawing out on the top of the pizza. Both is really, really fun. And the cool thing again, you're not only playing, you're actually preparing your food, and your child is invited into the kitchen to something you need to do anyway. Make that just a bit more playful. So play isn't just for kids, it's for us moms too. And remember, it gives us lots of oxytocin and dopamine and just so much more connection to our kids. So even a few minutes of laughter, building, or moving together resets our nervous system, sparks joy, and reconnects us with our kids. So, and if you want a little bit extra support to just reclaim calm and presence so it's easier to play with your kids, just get my freebie below, A Moment for You, which is 3 audio tracks, less than 5 minutes each, and it helps you to reset, to ground, or to boost your energy. So hit pause, call your kids now, and 5 minutes, and just play. Choose one. No agenda, no lesson, and just notice how you feel. And as always, let's root, rise, and shine together.